Hey, it's Jesse Bourne. I'm going to be making a video about wood finishes because somebody asked me what I use for my wood finishes and how I get that super glossy look. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how I make it. And as you see, I have the puzzle chests behind me. They're getting finished. I know a lot of you are waiting for them, but they're coming right out. So I'm going to actually be showing you how I do this on one of my drawers for these puzzle chests. So we'll get right into it. Okay, so I have my drawer here ready to go, ready for the finish. These are the finishes I use. So first off, I'd recommend this Renaissance wax for these holly fronts because I have holly drawer fronts, which is a very white wood. And so what I do is I just put the Renaissance wax on the drawer fronts because if I put something like a polyurethane or, you know, a lacquer or shellac or something, I would actually color this a little bit more yellow. So the Renaissance wax really helps to retain the original colors of the wood. And so that's why I put that right on the fronts. Now on the side here where you want more contrast, these are Purple Heart sides. So what I want, and this has really good dovetail joinery here that I really want to highlight in the piece. It'll really make it stand out. So I want to pop that a little. So my go-to for that is Gel Top Coat by General Finishes. It's just a really good finish. It's easy to wipe on and wipe right off, and it just leaves a flawless finish. So that is what I use. It's pretty expensive. It's like something like 40 bucks a quart, but it's well worth it. So it's pretty simple. I'll just show you quick how I put it on, and then we'll go into how I buff out the wax here. That's really simple. You don't need very many tools for that. So here we go. Okay, so first off, before we do anything, we're just going to put the wax on the holly front. So we'll open that up and we'll start putting that on. Now, you just have to get just a little bit on microfiber cloth, this is, and then just right on the drawer front like this. And make sure you just kind of work it in. Now you're not trying to buff it off at this point, that comes later. You're just trying to get everything wax coated. I'm making sure not to get the part of the drawer that I'm going to use the gel top coat on with the wax, because that won't make the gel top coat sink in. Okay, so again, the reason I'm doing this with the wax is because if I was to use the gel or a polyurethane or something on this holly, it would be turning quite yellow now. But as you can see, this is retaining quite a bit of its original white color, which is so characteristic of holly and which I really want to keep. Also, the Yosegi looks pretty good at the bottom of the drawer too. But okay, so now that's all done, and now we'll move on to the gel. So I just take the gel and just get a little bit on a cloth like this, and you really just want to goop it on pretty thick for now because everything's going to be wiped off later. So we'll just wipe that on thick everywhere we want it. Now what I'm doing is I actually don't want to finish the inside because I like the look of actually unfinished wood too, in contrast, because it's such a good contrast between finished and unfinished wood. So I'm going to finish the outside of this drawer and then leave the inside unfinished. That way it gets the most contrast in the piece. Maybe not everybody likes that. Just make sure you have enough to coat everything. You don't have to worry about getting it on evenly. Just make sure everything's coated. Everything's going to be wiped off in just a second here, so we just want to get every surface. So you can already see what a stark contrast there is between the inside and outside, and that's what I really like. Okay, so now we have everything coated, and now we're just going to quickly loosely brush it off so it's even, so there's no ridges in the finish. It will soak in a little bit over time, and you want to give it probably 2 or 3 coats. Now this is pretty good because it's still kind of wet looking, but we didn't wipe the finish all off, and that will continue to soak in. Okay, so that looks really good now, and so now we're gonna go and we're gonna buff the wax. Now typically you can leave it a day between coats, but you want to put another coat of this gel on the side here and another coat of the wax or two on the drawer. So we're gonna go over to the drill press and we're gonna buff this. Okay, so now I'm just gonna buff it lightly. It's already starting to shine up nice. I'm just spinning 900 RPMs right now. I don't know if you can see but that's already starting to shine up really nice. So this isn't the last coat either. I'll give it a couple more coats and then it will really make a nice finish on there. Really bring out some gloss, but it won't build up film on the finish, you know, on the wood. It'll be a nice even finish. So liking that. Well, thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. I'll see you next time.